Leave the best to last, that's what I say.
Here, sometimes you've got to just take one for the team.
Right, that's why you're going first.
No,
I don't want to go first because I'm not what I'm going to say.
My favourite beat 'em up is Dynamite Ducks on the Amiga.
Hi guys, welcome to another Masturbators, and this week we are going to talk about our favourite beat 'em ups.
That's one of my favourite genres, beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
I love them, yeah. 16-bit era,
Right?
beat 'em ups, gravy.
Yeah, I've got 8-bit and 16-bit for me. I again love beat 'em ups. Fantastic.
I can tell you two do as well.
Yeah, I really like them. They're not my favourite, but I'm into them.
I'm not that into them. They're alright, but I don't really. I'm going to get absolutely.
No,
spit
you've got to say what you
When you go absolutely mental about Double Dragon, admit it's just nostalgia, but you love playing it now, and I play it now, and I'm like, it's alright, but.
Thing is, I just like
about it.
Sometimes I just like to switch off and just button mash, like because that's
Co-op gaming on a bit of light is brilliant.
Yeah.
We've also got a special guest, haven't we?
yeah, very special guest,
Very apt.
always a special guest.
Very apt, yeah.
Yeah,
We're also not in our usual location.
No?
no.
Eddie's game room is a bit of a mess,
Yeah.
so we've had to come back to the place that we said goodbye.
Finally, his hoarding has got out of control. Cannot actually get through the door without stepping on a Pikachu or something.
On a NES console. So.
Yeah.
My pick is going to be Golden Axe on the Amiga. I love everything about it. I love the little things that run around. You get your potions from, you kick
Little
it,
midgets and stuff.
and the blue bottles come out. The special powers. On the first one, you've got your warrior, your female warrior, and the dwarf.
Yeah. Same.
Who did you used to choose?
I think I was normally the dwarf.
Really?
I've always been a dwarf fan.
Yeah. I used to love it when you could run and then you headbutt.
Yeah, charge.
I like the dragons as well that you can get off.
Yeah.
They're quite hard to control, but it meant you got an extra hit, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Really?
can get
I
it.
like the setting as well. It's not your typical beat 'em up. It's more like a quest type.
Yeah.
game.
The music as well was typical Sega of that age as well.
Brilliant.
It was really good music. I played the first Golden Axe on the Master System, and it was one of the.
So what was its original home?
It was in the arcades, but it's a Sega game. So it was on the Master System, the Mega Drive, Warrior.
The only graph I've got with it is really short.
It is a
I
short
think
game.
it's 3 levels.
No,
there's a few more.
There's 3 or 4.
Wait.
I think there's 4.
The second one.
It takes about 40 minutes to complete.
There's 4 levels, I think.
It takes about 40 minutes to complete.
The last one's an eagle, isn't it?
You're going down an eagle, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it's got one of the best names for a boss ever. Do you remember what it is?
No.
Death Adder. Death Adder.
Yeah.
And he's got a big axe. And
Is it gold?
it's gold.
One of the first games I ever played when I got my Mega Drive was Altered Beast. That's the side scrolling beat 'em up, and I love that. But my pick is another side scrolling beat 'em up on the Mega Drive, and it's Streets of Rage 2. Nostalgic for me as well. I remember the story of me getting it. I've said it before. Whenever I used to go to a local game store to buy games when I was a kid, obviously £50 was a lot of money to a kid, and my dad would never let me spend money unless he'd seen the review or knew it got like a 9 out of 10. He always was really strict on that, and he didn't know anything about Streets of Rage 2, so he was saying, don't pick that up, John, don't wait, you might be wasting your money. And I was like, no, looking at the box art and I wanted it. So I took it home, put it in, and as soon as that music started, I knew I got a good game.
Yeah.
And then just play that level and the first level, and it's just brilliant. And I played a lot of it on my own because sometimes my sister would join in, but it was mostly just me playing it through. And then even in later life now, when me and you go back and play it, we complete it pretty quickly.
It's one of the most fluid side-scrolling beat-em-ups in terms of control that you can think of. It's the music, everything about it, the way it looks. You know, obviously
the baddies as well, because they've all like got pumpkin. Like,
it was the time, wasn't it? As well, it was released in, and a lot of people, and it's difficult to disagree. Say that the Super Nintendo graphically is better than the Mega Drive, but when you look at a game like Streets of Rage 2 and the way that it's made with the colour palette of the Mega Drive, I think it just shows what it's capable of, what it can do.
Yeah, that was always a game for me. I got to an arcade and it just looked amazing.
It didn't come out in the arcade.
It didn't even come out in the arcade.
But yeah, I've played Streets of Rage 1 since, and I've played Streets of Rage 3. I don't think either of them are good. Streets of Rage 3 even less.
I just want to say something about Streets of Rage 3, and because Streets of Rage 1, it's fantastic, it's amazing, it's a great game.
It's not as good as Streets of Rage 3 though.
But Streets of Rage 2 is an evolution of Streets of Rage 1, and the way it looks and the way it plays, it's an improvement on, in my opinion. People obviously disagree, but you go into this nightclub and I basically felt like I was going to lose myself. I'd lose myself anyway.
What did you start dancing?
I just couldn't keep up with the game. I thought I was like going to have a seizure. Yeah, I don't know, whatever it is. I couldn't keep up with the flashing and everything. I just thought it was too much.
Turn it off.
Well, it was hard as well, but yeah, I didn't like it.
You don't like it, or do you?
The side-scrolling beat-em-up that I'm going to pick is Double Dragon. And I can't pick a favourite port of the first Double Dragon.
Why not?
Because it's too hard to. It's too hard.
Sure, it's going to be the Master System, which is what you've already said.
If I had to pick one, I guess I would pick the Master System. I don't want to.
Even pick one.
I don't want
I'll
to.
be able to do it.
I don't want to. Double Dragon. The first Double Dragon was ported to everything. It was ported to everything.
It wasn't the same on the NES though, right?
It wasn't the same on the NES because there was only one player on the NES, and there were platforming elements to it as well. It's a great game. But yeah, the Master System, that's the thing. That and the arcade version is what I have the fondest memories of playing that game. The 8-bit counterpart on the Master System is fantastic in my opinion. It does suffer from some flicker and some slowdown when there's a lot going on the screen, but it's a massive nostalgia for me. So yeah, I think it's actually the simplicity of the game that makes it so good. There's a red player, there's a blue player. It starts off, your girlfriend gets punched in the ovaries. Nice little car on the that you can.
They come out of the garage like they've been working on the car.
And then
well, that's what we're assuming that they're open.
Oh yeah, well they get straight to it. They just get to beating, just kicking ass and just fighting for the girl. And it's typical of the times. Bad guys fight the bad guys, get the girl. But the twist, obviously, of Double Dragon is if you play it on 2-player.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert for anybody that's not played Double Dragon. Is that the brothers, Billy and Jimmy, have to fight for the girl at the end when you beat Willie. Machine Gun Willie. Yeah. So yeah, I could talk for hours about Double Dragon because I love it that much. I absolutely adore it.
Is it your favourite game?
It is my favourite game of all time. If I could have a game and put it in front of me, I would pick Double Dragon, and I could play it again and again and again and again. And I'd go and have a drink, and then I'd go back and I'd play it again. But I feel like I could do that with that game on the Master System or whatever. I love the fact that each game is slightly different. Like you say, the NES version is different, and I always remember the Spectrum 48K version.
Sure.
Can you take anything away from this episode? Danny loves Double Dragon.
Yeah, but Also, if there is a game recommendation of Double Dragon that I would employ anyone to try, and it's the Game Boy Advance version of Double Dragon Advance. It is almost arcade perfect, but it's got added content in it as well. I actually got it imported because it never came out over here when it was released.
Is that the red box with them both on the front?
Yeah. And it's just fantastic. So if you haven't ever played Double Dragon and you want to try out, that's the one that I would advise you to play.
You ready here first?
And if anyone's got a Double Dragon arcade cabinet,
I've got.
I like it.
Send us a PM. We'll take it up your hands.
I like it.
So, Adrian.
Yeah.
You're the only person that can stop Danny gushing about Double Dragon.
Right. I'm gonna pick what's considered to be the best beat 'em up ever made by a lot of people.
Is it?
Dynamite Ducks.
Not Dynamite Ducks.
It was a close second for me.
Yeah. What I'm gonna pick is Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo. It's amazing.
It's pretty good.
With the music, the sound effects, the graphics, the colours, the gameplay, everything about it.
Simpsons is better.
No. It's not. It definitely is not.
It's the same game.
But it's not. Because you're turtles.
It's the same engine.
Yeah, same engine, different game, different characters. But on the Super Nintendo, it plays just like an arcade game. It's fantastic.
We were talking about co-op before and beat up's the best, but you can actually have
4 player.
4 player out there.
But you can't on the Super Nintendo.
You can't on the Super Nintendo.
No, but on the arcade version of it,
yeah.
you can.
You can't go wrong with Turtles.
No.
When you talk about playing a game all day, I could play Turtles in Time all day.
Because you just batter the hell out of things.
Yeah.
It feels like you're actually punching them and kicking them and barging them. It feels brilliant.
If we could have I think if we ever got an arcade cab as well, like for all.
I almost bought one.
Yeah.
I was that close to buying one, and I'm gutted that I never did.
But there's an X-Men version, there's a Simpsons, and there's a
Turtles is the
but
best.
I think the Turtles is the best. I love the X-Men version.
The X-Men's really good.
It's really good. But they're all the same.
Like when you throw the foot clamp through the screen.
Little things like that.
Yeah.
You're throwing them towards the screen, and when you're 8 or 9, you're like, whoa, you did it. You think it's brilliant. I remember when I first played that, me and my cousin rented it and we played it. I slept at his house, we played it all night long. We didn't put it down, we completed it when we first played it. Obviously we put it on easy because we were kids, but it was amazing. Yeah. The level where you're surfing on, not in the sewers. Like,
it looks a little bit like F-Zero.
Yeah, and you see him flying along like that. It's Kang flying along in his robot suit. And you fight him and it's amazing.
Yeah,
it looks amazing as well.
Yeah.
I think it looks better than anyone.
And when you get into the nitty gritty of it, of the 4 turtles, they do feel different. And there's advantages to using particular ones.
Yeah,
Donatello's range.
I was always Donatello because he was my favourite. So I think he was a lot of people's favourite.
It was on that game, definitely.
Was Michelangelo not everyone's favourite?
No,
because he was a cool one.
Mine was Leonardo.
Fucking hell, we were actual turtles, aren't we? We all picked different ones.
Well, I
picked Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Yours is Donatello. Yeah, it's Donatello. There's no Ralph.
The reason why my brother's called Leon and I called Daniel. So I called him Donatello and Leonardo.
What you called yourself Donatello?
Well, I was Donatello, yeah, and he was Leonardo because Daniel and Leon. So there you go. Bit
of trivia for you.
Yeah.
So, you've heard our picks. Now it's time for our mystery guest. Do you want to do a little bit of an introduction for him, Dan?
Well, it's a channel that we've not so long known about, which is crazy really, because he's exploded.
He's on Game Straight to One with us.
On Game Straight to One with us as well. And he does a great show called The Game Quest, and he does other videos as well, like Morning Wood, probably giving it away already.
He's got nice long hair.
Yeah.
He's gorgeous.
He's got a facial beard.
Roger's got a crush on him, a man crush on him.
In fact, you told him that I had a crush on him, and he said, I prefer Aiden.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He preferred Aiden.
Which I think everyone prefers me.
Yeah, that's what comes from that. Ego the dolphin. So, without further ado, his name of this channel is perfect for our topic. Here is Woody on the channel Beat 'em Ups.
Hey everyone, my name is Wood from Beat 'em Ups, and yeah, my channel is called Beat 'em Ups. So when the 16-bit brothers decided to do a video about their favourite beat 'em ups, I guess I was the first person they thought of. But seriously, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for having me on the show. You have a great channel, and everyone like, subscribe, and comment on this video because the 16-bit brothers deserve all the love they can get. And yes, you have to say it 16-bit brothers. You can't say it any other way. Now, screw you, Johnny, for taking Streets of Rage 2, and I know it's meant to be your favourite beat 'em up, but I want to be a little different to everyone else, so I'm going to pick my second favourite, which is Battletoads. Battletoads does the beat 'em up genre more justice than anything else, than any other beat 'em up. This game just screams beat 'em up. The way you punch and kick your enemies and your fists get so massively huge, humongous, and the sound effects, the thumps and the whacks, is you are beating the crap out of your enemies. So if you want to play a beat 'em up where you are literally beating the crap out of people, this is the beat 'em up for you. And plus, playing as some badass toads even when you're like an adult, but when you're a kid, it's just like, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Battletoads, it's just epically awesome. Plus, the visuals are fantastic. Graphically, it's really fun to look at. It's probably the hardest game I've ever played. Like, realistically speaking, it is the hardest game I've ever played. That hoverbike level took me a good week to get past as it was, and I was trying to do it with my friend, which was the biggest issue. I'm like, man, this is hard. But my friend kept dying, and if I got through a stage fine, perfectly, my friend would die. And then if we flipped it so that he would get through it, I would die. And I'm like, man, this is so hard. But as soon as I did it on my own, I did it first try, it was like, oh, okay, when you haven't got someone slowing you down and screwing up, you can get through it. But I won't knock the two-player action. It is fantastic to play two players, especially because there is friendly fire, so you can beat the crap out of your friend if they start frustrating you. And at least it's some really funny and annoying moments when you're trying to side-scroll and jump over like little cliffs and potholes, and your friend's stuck on the other side of the map, so the screen isn't progressing and moving on, so you end up jumping, sliding on that screen and falling down to your death. You know, thanks a lot, bud. But this game will make you want to tear your hair out if it hasn't gone grey already. But it seriously does so much justice to the beat 'em up genre. If you haven't played it, go play it, but I'm sure everyone here has, or at least seen enough of it to know what I'm talking about. And that's all from me. That's my second favourite beat 'em up, Johnny. And I have nothing else to say except thank you, 16-bit brothers, for having me on your show. I am honoured. It means so incredibly much to me. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Spread the 16-bit brother love as far as humanly possible, so that channel can grow and be as beautiful as it can be. It's a great channel. I love you guys. I love everyone. I'm full of love today, probably because I'm delirious. But that's all from me. I usually say beat 'em up. So I guess I'll do it now. Beat 'em up.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers very much for that.
Like we said, great channel.
Yeah.
He's a really good editor. Puts a lot of effort into his videos, so if you haven't already checked him out,
you can tell he enjoys what he's doing as well.
Yeah,
he's very passionate.
Very passionate about what he does. It's very good, like Roger said, good with his editing. If you like game hunting videos, you know, it's perfect for you.
It's got all twists because it's from down under, isn't it?
Yeah, he's Australian, so it's good. It's actually interesting to see what it is like out there. Yeah. Because
it's expensive, isn't it?
You seem like
it is expensive over there.
But everything's expensive over there.
It is. Yeah.
It has got silly over there. Everything, like the living, is crazy. So.
And if you do check him out, you might see us over there in a little while.
Yeah.
We are featured on his next videos.
Videos.
It's just one video. Eddie might be in a different video.
We don't know about it.
He's his favourite. So thanks again, buddy. Cheers, mate.
Right, so
as usual,
video response. So the last video was unbelievable.
So many video
about
responses.
600
When they took video responses away, we thought
that'd be it.
That'd be it. And
Of the end of the show, really.
They've actually grown since they took it away.
Last time we had about 600. I'd like to thank every one of you for sending them 600 videos.
Honestly, we love watching them. We're all on WhatsApp. Whenever we get one, Danny puts a link up. We all watch it. We all talk about it. And we all comment on the videos, and it's brilliant.
A crazy amount of responses this time. Couldn't believe it.
You outdo yourself all the time.
So this time we want 700.
No, if you like the subject, beat 'em ups, then pop your thoughts.
It's good for us because we actually do want to hear people's opinions and beat 'em ups, and it might be a game that we've never heard of, we've never played.
It's good reading comments saying mine's this, mine's that, but it's good when you hear people's stories of why they like it.
I just want to mention as well, I mean, I don't want to get into a situation where we're saying whose video response were the best, but I did really enjoy Monkey Spaz 5,000 response last time.
You like the music on it?
I like the music in it, and he put a lot of effort into the intro. Yeah, I really appreciate. We all really appreciate it. So thank you very much for that, Jim.
Yeah, it was great.
But everyone's really good.
We want to mention I want to mention everybody now because obviously we've just got so many, and when we get together like every Wednesday night, or we try to. And just the first thing we said is can't believe how many video responses we got to the last one. It was absolutely amazing.
So if you want to do one, do one.
Yeah.
And do one. You can either link it in the comments, like Danny says.
And if you link it in the comments, it says the name of the video, and people can click on it. So like we said last time, if you watch this video, check back in a couple of days, and if anyone's made a video response, then you can see.
It'll be on there.
Yeah. If you're not already subbed to the person that's doing the video response in the first place.
Either do that, or you can put it on Facebook, and we'll share it on Facebook.
Yeah, a few people have been doing that, haven't they?
Yeah.
We're also on Facebook, obviously. Links are in the description. Twitter as well, and Instagram. I've not talked about it for a little while, have we? So if you want more 16-bit brother action, go and check them out.
You upload an update every day, don't you? I upload a new picture more or less every day. So
also, go on like the YouTuber of the Month Facebook page.
Gaming YouTuber of the Month.
Gaming YouTuber of the Month.
Links will be in the description. Hello.
And if you've got Clash of Clans and you don't have a clan,
16-bit brothers on Clash of Clans.
If you want my mobile number, I'll pop it in the description.
We're also starting a lot of stuff in the future at my email account. Buy our shit.
As usual, thanks for watching, guys. Let's see those video responses, and we'll see you next week.
As usual.
What was I saying? Johnny? Honestly, I don't remember what I was saying because I went on a rant about tacos.